It's time to follow the Yellow Book Road. Welcome back to Pages and Chaos, and I am very excited for my April TBR this year because it is based off of a brand new readathon called The Yellow Book Road. Now, usually in April, I take some time just to mood read, and I don't really give myself a hard TBR because of everything that I read during middle grade March. It's usually a heavier month, but when I saw this readathon, I knew I had to join. Now, in case you haven't realized it with all my little subtle hints that I'm giving you here, the Yellow Book Road is, of course, inspired by The Wizard of Oz, and this was created by YoungsandTheRestless. They are a husband and wife booktuber duo, and I started following them fairly recently, but when I saw that they created this readathon, and this is the first year that they were doing this, I knew I had to join. And I am so excited. They did, in my opinion, such an amazing job coming up with how to get through these prompts. They have collaborated with a bunch of different people. I will make sure to link everybody down below in order to bring us this perfect readathon. So now the way this readathon is created, you have to follow all of the different prompts along the Yellow Book Road, and each one of the characters, the Tin Man, the Scarecrow, all of the people represent prompts from each one of the different creators that has been invited to participate. So the participating channels are Bookish Blonde, Lindsay's Little Library, Rhonda Holden, Books and Beaches, Sarah's Nightstand, and of course, Ben and Lauren at Youngs and the Restless. And the way Ben and Lauren designed this, each one of the creators came up with 3 prompts that would fit their assigned character, but they made it so that you have to go on a little bit of a journey down the Yellow Brick Road, watching all the different videos to find out what the prompts are. So what I'm going to do is I am going to show you my pile of possibilities, or my TBR, because I'm actually going to read all of these. I didn't get a whole bunch of books for each prompt. I pretty much stuck to 1 book per prompt, and I will tell you who the character is that they fit for, but I'm not going to tell you exactly which prompt. I'm going to leave that up to you. If you would like to participate, I will put all that information down below so you could follow the Yellow Book Road along with us. So these aren't in any particular order because, Lauren and Ben both said that you don't have to necessarily read them in order to go through the Yellow Brick Road. But then also once you read the book, she gave us this great thing to just kind of fill in as we go along. And I'm probably just going to put this in my journal and then print out the covers as I read them and follow along that way. So the first book I'm going to read is going to fulfill the wizard prompt. And this is Legendborn's second book called Bloodmarked. I absolutely fell in love with the first book. I read it, I believe, in February for Folklore February. And so I immediately bought the second book. And this is just perfect for the wizard prompt, and I believe it fits more than one. Even though we only have to pick a book that fits one of the prompts, this kind of fits 3 prompts, all 3 prompts from the wizard. So this picks up right where we leave off with book 1. Bree in book 1 has set out to try to find out the secret of her mother's death, what actually happened, and she comes across the Legendborn Secret Society, and this is based off of the Arthurian legend and King Arthur's tales, and this was just such a interesting little twist on the King Arthur's tales. So I can't wait to dive right into this one. The second book is for the Lion's prompt, and this is Before Dorothy by Hazel Gaynor. And this is actually a Wizard of Oz inspired story. This is about Aunt Em before Dorothy comes to live with them. So this takes place in Chicago, 1924, and then again in Kansas, 1932. And I can't wait to pick this one up. I found out about this, I believe, at the BookTube Bestie retreat in the summer of last year. So I put this on my list, and then I wound up getting it, I believe, from like a book outlet or something. So I am excited to finally dive into this one. For the Wicked Witch prompt, I am going to read Violet Thistlewaite is Not a Villain Anymore by Emily Kremfoltz. I'm not exactly sure how to say that last name. But this one is a cozy fantasy romantasy about Violet Thistlewaite, who is a former villain, and she is going to try to live out her life and make amends. And we got some grumpy sunshine because I believe she has a enchantments and charms. And she runs into Nathaniel Marsh, who is an alchemist, and they clash, but yet, we're going to have some grumpy sunshine vibes going on here. I'm excited to read this one. I got this one from Book of the Month, November 2025, and this is the perfect time to read it. Why not? Next up for the Tin Man prompt, I am going to read The Love Elixir of Augusta Stern by Linda Cohen Loinman. I am also reading this as one of my April prompts for my Book of the Month vault. And yeah, so this is a dual timeline about Augusta Stern. She's about to turn 80. She just retired and she runs into somebody from her past who broke her heart 60 years ago. So she is forced to now bring up all of the memories of her life, the choices that she made in the 1920s, deciding whether or not to go to pharmacy school or follow in her Aunt Esther's footsteps of using unconventional methods. Let's just say I think this is going to be a little bit of a emotional book. I'll just leave it at that. For Glinda, I am picking Immortal Consequences. This is the second book also that I am going to be reading for my Book of the Month vault prompt. If you're trying to figure out why I said 2 of them, then go back and watch that video. But Glinda, that's all I'm going to say about that. But this is about Blackwood Academy. It's a legendary school for training, and one pupil every 10 years gets picked to be tested to either go on to be one of Blackwood's elites or go to the mysterious other world. But this year they decided to make it into a competition where 6 people are going to compete for that choice. And the last book that I'm going to read is for the Scarecrow prompt, and that is Murder Past Due. This is a cozy mystery where Charlie, who is a librarian, and her rescue cat, Maine Coon, I think his name is Diesel, return to their hometown where she comes in contact with one of her old high school schoolmates, and apparently he was a jerk back then, and he turns up to be the first victim in this little town of Athena, and so now she is going to solve that mystery like any other cozy mystery. And this actually is perfect. It fit the prompt, but it's also the book that I picked for my last book review assignment for class. This is my last one, was Cozy Mysteries, and I kind of saw this one in a couple of different places, and I'm excited that this is one of the choices because this looks like such an adorable series. It is a long series, but if I like this first one, I do plan on picking up the rest. So there you have it. That is my TBR for April for the Yellow Book Road. And I forgot to mention that once you make your way down the Yellow Book Road here, at the bottom, you can see that once you make it home, your home is a little bit beat up from, going through the tornado. So one of the last things you have to do here on this list is then show your house some love once you return home. And that is to do one thing, maybe declutter something or clean something or anything to show your house a little bit of love in the month of April. Well, there you have it. Those are all the books that I plan to read for the Yellow Book Road. I'm super excited. Even though it's supposed to take it easy this month, I knew that I couldn't pass this readathon up. So make sure you check in the comments for all of the people that are participating and all the information. And also let me know, are you participating in the Yellow Book Road readathon? I'd love to hear what books you're reading. Have you read any of the books that are on my list? I also love to hear all your thoughts. I love to hear everything you guys have to say. And if you just want to let me know that you were here, but you're a little too shy to comment, then leave me any kind of Wizard of Oz related emoji down in the comments. Well, that's all I have for now. Bye.